And the greatest part of any kind of a love relationship is that respect that you give to your man. So, in this video, we want to speak about respect. What and who should be accorded respect? And the person who is according the other person respect, what do they get in response? Like, what do you earn after giving the respect in terms of a love relationship? You know, there are so many ways of respecting people. Dalma, hold on. I see your request. Hold on. I'll take those requests after the next 15 minutes. I just wanna talk about the respect between a man and a woman and how it is supposed to be given, who gives who, and what does the person who is giving respect get. So, if you're joining us, if you just joined us, the best thing you can do for us is to just tap your screens, guys, like the video, share it with the person that you think is going to earn something from this. And then we can get ourselves moving on. I'll just try to see if I can read these comments, guys. It's a little bit tiny and tight for me to read, but I'll try my best to see if I can. I'm trying to pull them. Okay, I got them. Okay, good. So how are you doing? Before I start, may I know how you're doing from wherever you are? Are you okay? Are you mentally okay? Are you spiritually right? Are you emotionally okay? Is everything okay with you? Let me just know in the comment section, how are you? Genuinely, how are you? How are you doing? Ditela D, thank you so much for the gift. How are you doing? Khadija too, thank you for coming. Blessing, I see you. So I just want to know how you guys are doing, and then after that we will get into this. We'll get into this conversation where we will talk about why men need that respect and why there has been a very tough fight between, oh, I only respect who respects me. And I will tell you why you are always wrong by saying, I will only respect a man who respects me. And then I'll train you. What are you supposed to do then? And what is a man supposed to do to you for you to accord them that respect? So one thing that I want you to forget as a person who is serious, a person who is seeking, you know, a good relationship, a long-term relationship, a person who's looking for, you are a woman, for example, and you are looking for a serious man, you're looking for a serious relationship, the reason why you need to respect that man, I'm going to give you in details. But what you need to understand is you must respect a man. That is a command that does not only come from us coaches, but it comes from God. So if you are this person, you are this woman who believes in God and believes in what the Bible and the Quran says, because those are the two things that I think I know a little bit of Quran, but I know deep about the Bible. The Bible instructs the woman to respect the man. And the same Bible instructs the man to love his wife. We are starting with that. A woman is only instructed to respect the husband. And the husband is instructed that in response, they should love their wives. Therefore, my dear sister, I want to tell you today that in as much as you are having a competition, seeking for respect before you respect him, the truth is you are having the wrong person in a relationship. When you find yourself in competition with the man you are dating about who respects who, about asking yourself like, oh, if he cannot respect me, then I cannot respect him. Respect is two-way traffic. I want to tell you today that you are having a fight that you will never win. A woman, Amanda, thank you so much. I see your gift and thanks for being part of my team. A woman is instructed by God, respect your husband. The husband is instructed by God, love your wife. Therefore, it has been very difficult for a man to love a woman because a woman has been demanding respect from the man. So the man has lost to seek ways and how they can love their wives because now they have to respect their wives. In the long run, people miss each other because we are practicing something that we do not understand, something that God did not ordain in us. What was ordained in man is love. That is why a man loves their daughter more than they love their sons. Man was spiritually gifted the gift of love towards a woman. The woman was gifted the gift of respect towards the man. The moment you find yourself as a woman demanding and expecting to be respected before you respect, you are not wrong. The problem is you are with the wrong person as a man in your life. And I will give you an example. Have you ever seen someone who has ever stopped respecting their parents because their parents could not provide dinner or lunch? Have you ever seen a woman who stopped respecting their father because the father cannot afford the school fees? As a woman, as a daughter of that man, you will be sent out of school and you will sit with your father at home. In fact, you will go to the garden. Those of you who come from Africa, the next morning, your father will be taking you to the garden while other people are in school, but you still respect him as your father. You can have bitterness, you can have anger, you can be distracted, you can be stressed, you can have all sorts of bad moods, but you still respect your father because he is your father. Therefore, my dear sisters, the moment you find yourself disrespecting your man because he cannot afford to buy a meal of the day, you are with the wrong person. The moment you find yourself demanding to be respected by the man who is dating you, a man you are married to, a man who is engaged to you, it is better to forget about that engagement and find a man you can respect. Because, my dear sisters, God gave you the gift of respect towards men. And God gave the man a gift of love towards the woman. So if you force your man to respect you from his side, he is going to miss to practice the gift that he's been given. He will be practicing something else. It's like somebody who is professionally a teacher being taken to hospital to treat patients, and he doesn't have the qualities, the skills, and knowledge and know-how of how a syringe should be held when you're trying to inject a patient. He doesn't know how to get the veins where to inject the medicine in, but you're forcing them. So because you force them, they leave the teaching and they come to hospital to try to do it. They will never be perfect. So women has been arguing with men and pushing men to respect them because they want to respect these men. So they say, how can I respect a man who doesn't respect me? I will not respect him because he doesn't respect me. It is not that he doesn't respect you. You are with the wrong person. A person that is right for you, my dear sister, a man who is rightfully yours, you will automatically respect them. You will never want to see them driving an expensive car for you to respect them. You see, how is it always very easy for you women to respect your managers, some of which you are driving bigger car than them, some of which are coming from a very humble background more than you, but you still afford to respect them because they are your managers. But then when you come home, just because this guy could not afford the meal for the day and you could afford it, you cannot respect them. Love is going to drain. And today, guys, maybe somebody will tell me, but then the man should love me then for me to respect him. Excuse me, my sister, I'm speaking to you and I'm not speaking to my brothers. Their time will come and I will tell them that they need to love their women for them to get the respect that they deserve. That is exactly how this business of respect and love is done between two people who are in a relationship. A man should try as much as possible to love their women. Now, where does the problem come in? Men don't love easily. Men take time to find themselves loving a woman. So what happens is our women, with the rush of relationships and rush of, marking their territories, they speak love, they talk love, they share love, they just speak about it without even understanding what they talk about. And then the man tries to lie how much they love you. All right? But inside them, they don't. So they fail to love you and they pretend they do. And that is why, we say that the law of attraction, you attract the person that you are. So if I was a man and I'm in relationship with you and I'm pretending to love you, you can never respect me. Even if I am trying to show you how much I love you. But in my heart, I have that pretense. I'm just pretending. I know so well that I'm using you. That energy, the energy that we can never lie to. Some people call it the instinct. You can never lie to your instinct. Automatically, that woman is not going to respect you. There's no woman that can respect a man who is lying to them. There will be a relationship between the two of you. You will go places. You will have some good time. But trust me, there will be no respect in that relationship. The reason why energies can never be cheated. We can cheat our eyes, we can lie to our ears, but the spirituality in us, our spirits, the spirits that are built in us, that which when you die leaves you. When people die, the Christians and Muslims believe that there's second life. The second life, the physical being that you guys are seeing here, doesn't get to the second life. What gets there, as we believe, is the spirit. Your spirit goes to the second life and it lives again. So when you are in relationship, you can lie to the physical being of a human, but you can never lie to their spirits. The spirit sees even when you are asleep. That is why people have dreams. And you could be sleeping here where I am, but you are in Kenya, in my country, you are having parties with your friends. That is your spirit. That spirit, nobody lies to it. That is why when a man is in a relationship with a woman and he doesn't love the woman, that woman would never respect him. Because the spirits feel the lie. The physical being can never know the lie, but the spirits will always feel the lie. So in the realm of relationship, you must understand the battle that you're fighting with. Sometimes back, when I was so naive and I didn't explore so much about spirituality and relationships, I just thought that, you can just get into this relationship, do whatever you want, sleep with this woman, break up, leave her, go to the next one, date them, sleep with them, leave her, go to the third one. But after doing my studies and understanding that, hey, there is the physical relationship and there is the spiritual relationship. And the moment you have united these four kind of creatures, The two physical relationship and the two spiritual relationship, they live together forever. That is why people are always told, make sure you do not divorce. Make sure you don't date and break up with people, because the moment you're dating someone and you sleep with them, their spirits live in you forever. Have you ever guys realized that somebody marries a certain woman and they give birth to a baby who has got completely a different character from the mother and the father? You give birth to a son or a daughter with a certain character that no one, not even your family members, has the same character. He's just totally different from others. What happens is sometimes the spirits that you shared with your past relationships lives in the kids that you give birth to with your real partner. The DNAs and the spirits that are collected in you, the samples that you take while you are in those relationships, lives in you forever, and they can rise in your generation. That is why you're told when you are in one relationship and you leave, you need to cleanse yourself. That is why divorce is not just spoken by the word of mouth. People have to go and break the covenants, break the agreement, break those promises that you made, because the promise is being broken. You must cleanse yourself. You can never lie to your spiritual being. You can lie to your physical being. Therefore, my sisters, I am teaching you this, and maybe this is one information that you might never hear again in your whole life. Stop struggling with men for respect. You don't need it. All you need from a man is love, not respect. You need to respect the man. He will love you. And you know, the moment a woman finds love from a man, she finds protection. She finds her father. She finds a guardian. She finds the man who can be with her at all cost and all time. A child does not expect respect from the father. A child expects love, prosperity, guidance, and protection. So most of the women, sometimes I want to take you into something that you can understand easily. Why are we always advised that a woman, you should get married to a man who is older than you? You know, people, and more so scientists, take us away so much from the Bible. And they want us to understand the happenings depending on their scientific findings. So they say that biologically, a woman of the same age of a man is older than that man. But you see, God created a woman after creating a man. I want you guys to understand this, and I will go slow so that you guys understand this thing very well. You know, science is trying so much to fight with the reality and what God created. So God created a man, and after man having a good time in the garden, he created a woman. So automatically God created a younger female than the male. So why was God doing that? God was doing it so that the younger being should respect the elder being. The respect doesn't go downwards, it goes upwards. We respect our parents, and our parents gives us love. And through that kind of organization, the child is promised a prolonged life. So, my dear sister, as a child to that man, you are only promised a prolonged marriage life and a prolonged relationship when you find a reason to respect that man. The man automatically loves you and it prolongs your relationship. The moment you start to fight, Jenny Bewaji, thank you for the gift. The moment you guys start to fight, the woman wants respect from the man, the woman wants respect from the man. That promise that God gave to children, that when you respect your parents, your days will be long. You don't get it. Because your parent here as a woman in a relationship is your husband. He is your husband and he is your father. He is your parent. You have to respect him. Don't go everywhere saying that respect goes two-way. It will come through love. When you are loved, respect comes automatically. You see, my dear sisters, it is better somebody who loves you than somebody who respects you. You know, somebody can respect you, but do not love you. And that person who respects you but doesn't love you can leave you anywhere. Okay, I respect you. I'll give you an example. I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it. Have you ever heard that phrase? Even though I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with you. So that means this person respects you, but he doesn't agree with you. But when somebody loves you, it means this person agrees with you. Love is the total agreement of everything that you composes a humanity. When you love something, you agree with how it is. You want to be with it. You want to protect it. You want to defend it. Therefore, a woman fight to be loved. And again, somebody will tell me, but why should I fight to be loved? I had already explained in the past videos how to fight for love. You fight for love when you are finding peace in whatever you are fighting love to come from. Therefore, the struggle for respect, stop it. How do we stop? Now, how do we stop the struggle for respect as a woman? How do you find yourself stopping to struggle to be respected? Number one thing, and if you're writing it, you can note it down. Before you settle down with a man, as a woman, make sure that there is nothing that that man has that can make you to disrespect them. For example, don't be a woman who is providing everything to the man you're committing to, because it will reach a point when you will need them to provide for you, and if they will not, you will not respect them. Number two, just as automatically as you respect your fathers, your managers, your presidents, your leaders, find a man you can automatically respect. Sometimes what I tell my student is, find a man you can fear their voice. Imagine your father was calling you. You are in the house and your father was calling you. Mary, example, or Mercy, or Jen, what are you going to do? Some of us, our fathers used to call us with only one voice, and he will not repeat. If he repeats, that's beating, total beating. The moment your father calls you once, you run to them. That is the kind of a person you want as a husband. A man that when he calls you, you're not going to run because we are all adults, but that voice is going to ring in your head as your father's voice. Why? As a woman, you need a father-like husband. You do not need a brother-like husband. You do not need a son-like husband. You need a father-like husband. So you cannot find a father from a person that you cannot see a father in. If you cannot see a father-like creature in me, and you expect me to act and be your father, it's impossible. So don't rush, baby. Don't rush. Take your time. Filter. There's so many men around. There's so many. Don't rush yourselves. Take time with yourself. Look at them. Scan them. When you're walking, walk with a scanner. Evelyn, thank you so much for your gift. Those are thousands of golds. Thank you. so much, Evelyn. Scan the men that you're seeing around. Scan them. Whose voice sounds like your father's voice? That's the man you need. Because let me tell you, my dear sisters, most of the us today in this generation, and that is what you know made me lose a very great relationship that I had that was almost going to the next stage. Women want men who can be, how can I say it? How do I put it? You know, most of the ladies today want these men who don't have a voice, men who, tone down so they can shout, men who give them space, they can decide whatever they want. I'm an independent woman, I have everything, so why should I listen to him? After all, I can still pay my bills even without him. There's a day that I said here that you see, it is right, you can live without him. But trust me, my dear sister, there comes a time when you will really need that man. Sometimes go to hospitals, go through those sick beds, and speak to those mothers, old mothers, whose husbands died or who never had husbands, those who divorced and never remarried, and speak to them. A wise woman, if I were you, if I were a woman today, I would go and speak to that old woman of 65, 80 years who is at their deathbed. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for subscribing. Speak to them and find the gift of wisdom from them. They will tell you that it reaches an age, even if you have money, however much rich you are, you will need that man. You will need somebody who speaks bigger, louder, and sweeter than any other man in your life. Your children may be there, but they will be committed with their own families. Your brothers might be there, but they will be committed with their own families. Your cousins or your family or your relative, your churchmates can visit you, but not every time. It is only your husband that can stay to the last minute. Trust me. These other people might be exchanging themselves. Your sisters, one sister will come, another one will, and they will go, another one will come. Your son, your daughters, they will be, doing what we call shifting. But when you have a husband that you respected, that loved you, they will sit with you. And the most precious thing that my grandmom told me is dying holding hand of the person you loved most in your life as your husband or your wife. Therefore, even if it has been so bad for you in relationships, never say die and never say never. Never feel so comfortable, single woman. As I said before, the best period of your life is the life in your singleness. But if you use it properly to learn, to execute everything perfectly, to build yourself with skills and knowledge, Chrissy, thank you so much for the gift. The knowledge that takes you from singleness into that kind of a relationship that gets you into marriage, you become better. You might have messed before, like as we did. We were never perfect. I've been in relationships that never worked. Myself, I was at a point where I said I will never love again. But I was wrong. And I had to go back and pray and ask God to remove that bad omen from my tongue. And I told God that, God, I messed my life and I messed by saying I will never love again. Please, remove that evil spirit from my tongue. I believe that there's love. I believe that there's a woman that is meant for me. I believe there is somebody I can love. I believe that there's somebody who can respect me. And let me tell you the goodness of Almighty God that we serve. When you humble yourself in front of Him and you speak to Him, He sees your inner self and He opens ways that nobody trusted could be opened. Sometimes you can even go to your pastor and they can discourage you and tell you that, oh, with you, I see the only thing that you need is to remain single. God never created anyone to die single. Learn, get experience, fall and stand again. God will lift you and believe that everything is going to work. So, the bottom line, my sisters, stop competing with respect from men. Find a man you can respect. Find a man you can respect. Heart sincere, thank you for the gift. Stop waiting for a man to respect you for you to respect them back. Find a man you can respect without that respect coming from them. And they will love you. Men don't love easily. They take time. Stop sleeping with a man who hasn't shown you by action that they love you. Stop giving your soul and your time and your everything and committing to a relationship with a man who hasn't proved well enough that he loves you. Because all you need from him is that love. Love that can be proven. Love in action, not love in words. Love in action. Protection. Have you ever seen these men? I know this is going to be funny. I don't know if you guys have ever seen some relationship where a man passes or a man comes back home and finds his wife fighting with the neighbor. All right, they are physically fighting, and the man says, leave her alone. She's too mouthy. I understand her. And that's her wife. That's his wife, sorry. He is not protecting the wife. He's ready to see his wife fighting and being beaten, and he's saying it's up to her. This woman is too mouthy. Let her be given a lesson. Let her be disciplined. And that's his wife. Have you ever asked yourself why? Have you ever seen this man who is beating his wife as if he's an animal? Slaps, kicks, pushing on the wall. There's a punch here, there's a punch. Have you ever seen that kind of a scenario? Why would that happen? But at the same time, there are men who can do everything, even sleeping on water just to let their wife pass and jump and a clogged water place. Be humble, humble yourself, and never say never. Don't speak bad omen into your lives. If you are one girl here, if you're one woman here who has already written off herself and is always saying that there's no true love, that there's no man, men are dog, today I'm speaking something into your life. And I'm not speaking it by myself. I'm putting it in your ear so that you can go and speak to your God. Tell God you are sorry. Ask God to forgive you. Tell God to show you the way to lead, to find a man who can be your father. Those men that you have today, that you still doubt whether they love you or not, the men you cannot respect, stop wasting your time with them. It will make you to hate love. It will make you to hate men. It will waste your time. You will stay there. At the end of it, it will never work. Find a man